Spirituality, the Christian way, requires taking proper care of the material bodies being used by the Spirit. Taking proper care of this dense body, of the vital body, of the desired body, and of the mind. Proper care should be taken of them. For the dense body, for this physical body, we need to give it the right food in the right quantity, not eating just anyhow. And plant diet is very important. We don't need to depend on any stimulants, no drugs, cigarettes, cigars, alcohol, and all that. No, they poison this physical body, and it's not good enough for the spirit to use. We also need to take good care of the vital body through repetition of good habits, prayer, devotion, and what have you. And the desired body too, we need to have lofty desires, high desires, that wish good for others, love for others, service for others, or to others. Then we need to keep our mind positive every time. Let's generate positive thoughts and let's do concentration so that we can focus the mind at a point in any time. With persistence and time, the individual increases his or her vibration. Their spiritual bodies will begin to increase in terms of vibration. Some notable changes occur in this period when we are moving spiritually upwards. One of them is clear dreams. We dream and we remember, and it is clear what we dream of happens. But this is only a fundamental stage. It's not something we need to depend on. We need to move beyond that. Intuition, the prompting of the spirit in us, works better. You have that intuition. Do this, you get it done, and it keeps increasing. It means you are maturing spiritually. Then you have that extended vision. That is a higher level. It's a higher level. You may have clear audience where you will be spoken to by the holy ones. By continuous good and noble deeds, the individual keeps building the soul body. That is a requirement to become a true Christian. The soul body is the Christ within. It is a requirement. It's not a one-day's work. Then comes initiation. That is key to spiritual development. And one day we are going to give the details about initiation, where the individual is taught how to use the accumulated spiritual powers positively. As you are doing good and you are increasing the rate of your spiritual vibration, there comes a time that definitely the spirit must come out consciously from the body. There is a way that is done. Let us give a bit of details when we are referring to this process of developing spiritually as a Christian. The key is purity of life. And through that purity of life, the individual regenerates himself or herself. It is only purity that can do that, no any other. Then the creative energy that is coiled at the base of the spine, the sacral plexus, is awoken and rises. It rises from the base of the spine, which is being lifted up to the solar plexus. The solar plexus in the Bible is called the manger. We are talking about the individual awakening and giving birth to the Christ within, which is significant when we are talking about Christmas. From the solar plexus or the manger, the force moves upwards to the heart, which is the in. And from the heart, it moves to the head and bridges the spiritual gap between the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. Once that is done, you will have extended vision. When the third aspect comes in, then that one you can come out of your body. When you have the pituitary and the pineal glands, the force between them marrying, joined, you have extended vision. But when the third aspect, which is the divine spirit aspect, around the sinus area, when that one too is awakened, there is a certain force that comes, and the individual, the person, can come out of the body. It's not a very soft process as I am saying it. It takes time, it takes effort. Until the soul body is developed first, nobody can be Christened. Without developing the soul body first, nobody can be Christened. Developing that soul body is what really makes us followers of Christ. Agape love and selfless service are requirements, no two ways about it. That is why Christ Jesus tells us, Let him who will be the greatest among you be the servant of all. It is the soul body, the Christ within, that can fly and meet the Christ without. Christ can come back to earth every year. If we haven't developed the soul body within, we can never behold him. We can never see the star of Bethlehem. Every true Christian knows that the star and the cross are not only symbols connected with the life of Jesus and Christ, Jesus, but relate to his or her own personal experience. These things that are written and we have read and we are following them, they are not only external to us, they are supposed to be internalized by us so that we can experience those things ourselves. Paul says, until Christ be formed in you. Until we form the Christ within, there is no way we can see the Christ without. The individual who has achieved can see the Christ light, the star of Bethlehem, annually on the 24th night of December when he returns to earth. Angela Salisus says, though Christ 1,000 times in Bethlehem be born, and not within thyself, thy soul will be fallen. The cross on Golgotha thou lookest to in vain, unless within thyself it be set up again. Let us now talk about the wise men from the east.
Filling up every space, no privacy. And silently, it could build and build until you finally see. Whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all this.